This is Jennifer Johnson, and I teach at Scotten School, and I appreciate you listening to my wonderful second graders read today.
Hello, my name is Hunter. I'm going to read Bear Says Thanks. All alone in his cave, Bear listens to the wind. He is bored, and he misses his friends. I could make a big dinner, a feast I could share, but he looks through his cupboard, and the cupboard is bare. Then Mouse stops by with a huckleberry pie, and the bear says thanks. Bear says, goodness me, a deliciable pie, but I have made nothing, he adds with a sigh. Then they hear hi-ho, and then both see Hare with a big batch of muffins at the door of the lair. Hare's in from the cold rushing wind, and the bear says thanks. Of course, says Hare, then he points to the door. Here comes Badger, he's got even more. Brr, says Badger as he tromps inside. He sets down his pole, and he smiles really wide. I'm back from a stroll at the old fishing hole, and the bear says thanks. Then Gopher and Mole thank you for listening to me read.
This is Isaac, and I'm reading my one of my books, and the name of my book is The Cow Who Found the Canal. Hendrika was an unhappy cow. She lived on a farm in Holland where it is very flat. All summer long she ate grass. All winter long she ate hay. All winter and summer she did nothing but eat, and she gave milk to Mr. Hofstra, the farmer. Mr. Hofstra thought she was a fine cow because she gave such white, creamy milk. Eat, Hendrika, he would say. The more you eat, the more creamy, white milk you can give me. Hendrika liked Mr. Hofstra, so she ate more to please him, but she was unhappy. In front of the pasture was a road. Every day, Pierre the horse came with a wagon to take Hendrika's milk to the city. Peter told Hendrika about the city. The streets are made of cobblestones, and the houses have staircases on their roofs. People ride bicycles, he said. Hendrika wanted to see the wonderful things Peter talked about. She was tired of looking at Mr. Hofstra's house, the barn, and the windmill. The windmill wore a little porch. It went round and round in the wind. It made Hendrika dizzy. Behind the pasture was a narrow canal. In the summertime, a man came through the canal with a boat. Mr. Hofstra's to take Mr. Hofstra's cheese to market. Hendrika liked boats. Thanks for listening to me read.
Hello,
Left Foot Book by Dr. Seuss. Left foot, right. Feet in the morning, feet at night. Left foot, right. Wet foot, dry foot, low foot, high foot. Front feet, back feet, red feet, black feet. Left foot, right foot, feet. How many feet you meet? Slow feet, quick feet, chick feet, sick feet. Up feet, down feet, here come clown feet. Small feet, big feet, here come pig feet. His feet, her feet, fuzzy for feet. In the house and on the street, how many feet you meet? Up in the air feet, over a chair feet. More and more feet, 24 feet. Here come more and more feet. Left foot, right foot, feet. Oh, how many feet you meet? Thank you for listening to me read. Hello, my name is Kylie Harrison. I'm gonna be reading Ponyella. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful horse named Ponyella. Her coat was white as marshmallow and her mane was long and silky. She lived on a small farm with green pastures and a lovely barn. Ponyella was very happy. One day, when she was having fun jumping when she noticed a sign on the front gate. Soon Ponyella's owners were driving away and new people were moving in. They brought their two ponies, Pumpkin and Bun Bun. This place is hideous, said Pumpkin. I can't believe we have to live with her, Bun Bun said, glaring at Ponyella. My coat is much nicer than hers, and said Pumpkin. White is so boring, and my mane is much nicer than hers, snorted Bun Bun jealously. She looks like she's wearing a clown wig. Pumpkin and Bun Bun did not like Ponyella one bit. They made such a fuss that the new owner put Ponyella in a tiny stall that was way down the back. She never got to jump anymore. And when Ponyella wasn't pulling a coal-filled cart, she was tied up. Her coat became as gray as a rain cloud. Ponyella was miserable. Even Sam the barn mouse felt sorry for her. One day, a shiny car drove by. There was a little girl with red hair and freckles in the back seat. It's Princess Penelope, said Bun Bun. I heard that she lives on a magnificent royal ranch. I wish I could live with her, said Pumpkin. I have a carrot cake every day. The princess looks so kind, thought Ponyella, pulling her heavy cart. Well, I heard Princess Penelope is going to pick the winner of the 25th Annual Grand Royal Pony Championship, said Bun Bun. It's the most important pony show of the year, and I'm sure I will win. No, I will, said Pumpkin. When is the show? Ponyella asked excitedly. What does it matter? Bun Bun sneered. You're not going. You're dirty and ugly and smell like a pig, said Pumpkin. Oink, oink. On the day of the show, grooms readied Bun Bun and Pumpkin. Then they drove in a fancy trailer, and then drove them in a fancy horse trailer. Thank you for letting me read some of my book. My name is Lydia, and I'm going to be reading A Pocket Full of Kisses. Chester Raccoon sat in the hollow of a tree stump and pouted. Please can we give him back? He asked his mother. I'll be really, really good if we can give him back. Mrs. Raccoon smiled tenderly. You're already really, really good, Chester, but I'm afraid no matter how good you are, we can't give him back. Besides, I thought you liked having a little brother. I did at first, admitted Chester, but now he plays with my toys and swings on my swings and reads my books. Then he pulls my tail and talks to my friends and follows me everywhere I go. Mrs. Raccoon lifted Chester onto her lap and smoothed out his worried furry forehead. That's what little brothers do, he explained in a very motherly tone. It's no different than sharing the woods or sharing the stream or sharing the food we find. Ronnie wants to be just like you. Mrs. Raccoon placed Chester on the ground and smiled at him with her soft, loving eyes. He knew so well. I think someone needs a kissing hand, she said in a voice that was warm and inviting. She took Chester's hand in her own and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan, leaning over and kissed him right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his warmth of the kiss rush from his hand up his warm and into his heart. And when he pressed his hand against his cheek, he could hear his mother's word in her head. "Mommy loves you," they said, "Mommy loves you." Chester grinned so wide the tips of his silky black mask crinkled upward. Even his cheeks flushed to promise pink. Thank you for listening to me read. Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm going to read The Tale of Three Trees. Once upon a mountaintop, three little trees stood and dreamed of what they wanted to become when they grew up. The first little tree looked up at the stars twinkling like diamonds above him. "I want to hold treasure," he said. "I want to be covered with gold and filled with precious stones. I will be the most beautiful treasure chest in the world." The second little tree looked out at the small stream trickling by on its way to the ocean. "I want to be a strong sailing ship," he said. "I want to travel mighty waters and carry powerful kings. I will be the strongest ship in the world." The third little tree looked down into the valley below, where busy men and busy women worked in a busy town. "I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all," she said. "I want to grow so tall that when people stop to look at me, they will raise their eyes up to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world." Years passed, the rains came, the sun shone, and the little three trees grew tall. One day, three woodcutters climbed the mountain. The first woodcutter looked at the first tree and said, "This tree is beautiful, it's perfect for me." With a swoop of his shining axe, the first tree fell. "Now I shall be made into a beautiful chest," thought the first tree. "I shall hold wonderful treasure." The second woodcutter looked at the second tree and said, "This tree is strong, it's perfect for me." With a swoop of his shining axe, the second tree fell. "Now I shall sail mighty waters," thought the second tree. "I shall be made a strong ship fit for kings." Thank you for listening to me read. Hi, my name is Brody, and I'm going to be reading The Little Red Hen. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who shared a tiny cottage with a goose, a cat, and a dog. The goose was a gossip. She chatted with the neighbors all day long. The cat was very vain. She brushed her fur, straightened her whiskers, and polished her claws all day long. The dog was always sleepy. He napped on the front porch swing all day long. The little red hen ended up doing all of the work around the house. She cooked, she cleaned, she washed the clothes, and took out the trash. She mowed the lawn, she raked the leaves, she even did all of the shopping. One morning on her way to market, the little red hen found a few grains of wheat. She put them in her pocket of her apron. When she got home, she asked her friend who would plant these grains of wheat. "Not I," said the goose. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "And I'll plant them myself," said the little red hen. And she did. When the grains of wheat began to sprout, the little red hen cried, "Look, the wheat I planted is coming up. Who will help me take care of it this summer?" "Not I," said the goose. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Then I'll take care of it myself," said the red hen. And she did. All summer long, she cared for the growing wheat. She made sure that it got enough water, and she hoed the weeds out carefully between each row. By the end of the summer, the wheat had grown tall,
and it turned green to gold. Who will help me cut and thresh this wheat? Not I, said the goose. Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the dog. And I'll cut and thresh it myself, said the Little Red Hen. And she did. When all the wheat had been cut and threshed, the Little Red Hen scooped the wheat into a wheelbarrow and said, "This wheat must be ground into flour. Who will help me take it to the mill?" Not I, said the goose. Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the dog. And I'll take it myself, said the Little Red Hen. And she did. The miller ground the wheat into flour and put it into the bag for the Little Red Hen. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, this is Brady, and I'm reading Big Nate. I Can't Take It. What are you doing? Just working on something, a list of New Year's resolutions. Oh, very good, Nate. Very good. Sitting down and making a list without being asked. Now that's missing it. Oh, some people think New Year's resolutions are hunky, but not me. I think they're a great opportunity for self-improvement. I'm glad to hear that, Dad, because this New Year's resolution is for you. I just thought of another one to add to his list. What the? I'm a genius. I took my snow tube down to the party store and had them fill it with helium. Wait, watch this lift. I'll get off the jump. I will revolutionize winter sports. Cool. Here goes. Whoosh, slush, whoosh. Conk, hiss. You say you wanted a revolution, and here's a leader. Hey friends, want to play snow football? Sure, but where's the football? I'll show you. When I say snow football, I mean snow football. Hee-hee, cool. Go on, here. Woo! Womp. Interception, you are so dang. Okay, Spitzy. Yeah, here's the plan. Francis and Teddy are over at the playground. You'll relay them over here so I can ambush them with a snowball barrage, okay? Go. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Brooke and I'll be reading I Want a Dog. May wanted a dog more than anything else in the world. She thought about dogs all the time. She talked about dogs, she made drawings of dogs, she read books about dogs. The walls of her room were completely covered with pictures of dogs. But every time she asked her parents if she could have a dog, they said no. It seemed as if everyone else in the world had a dog except May. This made her want one even more. She wanted a dog to play with and to take to the park. She wanted a dog to take care of, to brush and bathe and feed dog biscuits to. But most of all, she wanted to feel the tug of a dog on a leash. May told her parents that a dog would be good for the whole family. A dog could chase away robbers, fetch steaming paper, and bring them their slippers. A dog could even be taught to shake hands. But no matter what reason she gave, they still always said, "We're sorry, May, but not now. You could have a dog when you're older." May, though, wanted a dog right now. As she sat at school daydreaming about dogs, May had a great idea. If she could show her parents how much dogs were attracted to her, maybe they would get her one. When she got home that afternoon, she ran right to the refrigerator and grabbed a thick slice of salami. She went outside and began strolling slowly down the street. Every dog on the block jumped as May walked by. By the time she had gone all the way around the block, there was a whole herd of hungry dogs trailing behind her. May was very happy. 10 dogs! They followed me, Ma, she explained when she got home. Dogs just seemed to want to be with me. Her mother was not fooled. She told May to use the same technique to lead all the dogs back where they belong. Thank you for letting me read. I'm Lola. I'm going to be reading Dance Away. Rabbit loved to dance. He danced in the morning, he danced at noon, he danced at the night with the stars at night. Every time he danced, he smiled a big smile. Everywhere he danced, he sang his dancing song. Left to fake it, right to fake it, left skip, right skip, turn around. When he saw his friends, he would begin to dance with them. Left to fake it, right to fake it, left skip, right skip, turn around. His friends liked to dance, but not all the time. So every time Rabbit met them, he would make them dance. Start to dance. Left to fake it, right to fake it, left skip, right skip, turn around. Left skip, right skip, turn around. Rabbit's friends began to hide when they saw him coming. Watch out, they would call, here he comes again. As Rabbit danced by singing left to fake it, left skip, right skip, turn around. But one afternoon, when Rabbit danced toward his friends, and no one moved, no one went to hide. Rabbit called hello, but no one said a word. As Rabbit got closer, he knew the reason why. They were trapped by Fox, caught for his supper. Good, growled Fox as Rabbit came near. Another for dessert. Now all of them were trapped. They knew they could not all safely run away. Most sat and shivered as Fox began to choose which rabbit would be first. But Rabbit asked please as he nodded to the others, could I dance with my friends just one more time? Before Fox could answer, Rabbit took his friend's hand and began to sing his song. Then each took another's and they all began to dance. Left to fake it, right to fake it, left skip, right skip, turn around. Fox was so surprised he did not know what to do. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Isaac Franklin. I'll be reading Franklin's Halloween. Franklin could count by twos and tie his shoes. He knew the days of the week and the months of the year and the holidays in every season. Today was October 31st. It was Halloween. Franklin could hardly wait for tonight's costume party. Everyone would be there. Franklin and his friends had talked about the party for weeks. There would be games, prizes, and even a parade. Best of all, there will be a haunted house. I think there'll be bats and spiders, said Franklin, and skeletons, added Beaver. Rabbit shivered. My sister says she saw a real ghost in there last year. That's silly, Rabbit, said Beaver. There are no real ghosts. All of Franklin's friends were excited because of the costume contest. Franklin wasn't sure what he was going to wear. He tried on everything in his dress-up trunk. Nothing seemed quite right. Beaver and Goose were keeping their costume secret. Trying to find us at the party, they giggled. Fox was also mysterious about what he was going to be. Look for something gruesome, he said. Yeah, I gave Franklin an idea. He would be something creepy. It took Franklin more than an hour to make his costume. As soon as it was done, he sneaked up behind his father and tapped him on the shoulder. Trick or treat, said Franklin. I guess this father, who are you? In his deepest, spookiest voice, Franklin answered, it's me, Franklin Stein. On the way to town, Franklin tried to guess who was inside each costume. At least I don't have to worry about finding him there, said Franklin. He's always a ghost. By the time Franklin and his parents arrived, the party had started. Franklin spied a ghost at the apple bobbing and hurried toward him. Hello, Bear, said Franklin. Ooh, answered the ghost. That's good, Bear. You sound really scary. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is James and I'm going to read my accident. Here I am on my skateboard. Here I am on the ground. Here I am in the ambulance. Here I am at the hospital. Here I am in the x-ray room. Here I am in the cast room. Here I am at home. Look at this! Thank you for listening to me read.
Come on. Shir, come on.
That wasn't that long.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I'll be reading Max, the Bad Talking Parrot. Max was Tilly's parrot. He lived with Tilly on the bottom floor of a cozy two-story house. Their best friend, Mrs. Goosebump, lived on the floor above them. Miss Goosebump works nights at a toll booth. All night long she sat alone in the small booth with no one to talk to except the drivers who stopped to pay their tolls. So when work was done, Miss Goosebump liked nothing better than to visit with Max and Tilly. Each morning when Max heard the doorbell ring, he would say, 9 o'clock, on the nose, Mrs. Goosebump, I suppose. I suppose, Tilly would answer, and sure enough, it was always Miss Goosebump. Hello, dearies, Miss Goosebump would call as she waltzed in. Tilly would kiss her on the cheek, and Max would fly to her and say, won't you let me take your hat, stay a while, and have a chat? Max would hang Miss Goosebump's hat on a peg, and then he would say, do sit in the wicker walker by the big old ticker-tocker. There was something special about Max, which you may have already noticed. Max talks in rhymes. When Miss Goosebump was comfortable, Tilly would make apple cinnamon tea, Miss Goosebump's favorite. Then Miss Goosebump would take a white bakery box out of her shopping bag. Max's eyes would grow big as he waited to see what was inside. Miss Goosebump always brought something with nuts, because Max loved nuts. Max perched on her shoulder then, and Miss Goosebump fed him. Max would make up a little rhyme like this. I like nuts because they crunch, crunch a bunch, you have a lunch. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Piper, and I will be reading Green Wilma. One morning, Wilma woke up green, and much to her surprise, she sat up on her bed and croaked and started beating flies. She washed, she dressed, she combed her hair, she quickly made her bed. She hopped down to the breakfast table, past the bugs, she said. Green children should not go to school, she heard her mother fuss. But out the window, Wilma jumped and rode off on the bus. In class, Green Wilma tried but simply couldn't keep her seat. In gym, while playing dodgeball, Wilma never could be beat. In art, the kids thought being green was absolutely great, but teacher said the green must be from something that she ate. At store time, poor Wilma felt so hungry she could cry, and then she saw on teacher's nose a tasty little fly. She chased it all around the room and up and down the hall and through the lunchroom. That's the place that flies love best of all. Thank you for listening to me read. and the book that I'm reading is named Art to D2's Guide to Folding and Doodling by Tom Engelberg. Beep by Killing Wycliffe. What do you mean you can teach anybody how to draw? Blurk like even Harvey? We're doomed. Haha, well you are doomed because I can't draw anything. And frankly, neither can you, Killing. Isn't that supposed to be your hand? How rude. Come on, Harvey, we're all going to play together. I had to kiss for. Alright, I'll give it a try. No! Doodle or doodle, not there is no choice. Oh good, Paper Waddy Yodel, what is he doing in this case file? He's here to help you, but he's not even making sense as usual. Yes, he is. Think about it. See, there are no rules, requirements, guides, or anything like that. For doodling, if you're doing it, then you're doing it. Scribble in this box you must. The only way you can fail is by not scribbling in the box. You did scribble in the box, right? That's dumb. Why should I scribble in the box? First step in this journey to become a Jedi doodler. But all I can draw are stick figures. No! Stick figures to the dark side. Only wait! Huh? Quicker, easier. They are but not worthy of you. Come, Padawan, let us teach you. Wait a minute. Is this going to be one of those things where I have
Make it easy to read. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to me read.
Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Jet, and I will be reading Cat Call. Starring Flash as Professor Vincent Marmot, Rabies as Rose Rodent, Dwayne as Captain Charles Lumber, Liberty as the monster. One dark and perilously night, three mouse explorers sailed toward a strange, uncharted island. Captain Charles Lumber streaks the tiny vessels while Dr. Vincent Marmot and his beautiful accent, Rose Rodent, looked on. When they reached the island, the three explorers were astonished. A group of natives were performing an ascent community, offering up a surface can of tuna fish and repeating a mystery chant. Here kitty kitty, here kitty kitty, here kitty kitty kitty. Suddenly the island began to rumble. Tuna. 25%. Crashing through the thick forest came the most Thank you for listening to me read.
Look at the camera. Come on.
My name is Shir, and I'm going to read Me. Me. I am drinking. I am eating.
I am laughing. I am crying. I am talking. I am listening. I am yawning. I am sleeping. Thanks for letting me read. I am Ben, and I'm going to be reading The Sword in the Stone. Long ago there was a land without a king. I will be king, said the tall, fat man. I will be king, said the short, thin man. I will be king, said the tall, thin man. I will be king, said the short, fat man. And so there was a war. Old men fought, young men fought, the young boys hid in the bushes and watched. Among them was Arthur. The war must end, said the people. They went to Marland, who knew many things. Some said he even knew magic. We need a king, said the people. Marland smiled and waved his arms. A great sword and a great stone grew out of the earth. He who pulls this sword out of the stone will be king, Marland said. I can, said the tall fat man. He pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled. But the tall fat man could not pull the sword from the stone. I can, said the short thin man. He pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled. But the short thin man could not pull the sword from the stone. Thank you for listening to me read.
What do you love?
Reading!
And where do you go to school?
Sunday school!
What grade are you in?
Second!
Who's your teacher?
Miss Johnson!
And who's the best teacher in the whole world?
Miss Johnson!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip, hip, hooray!
Hey!